Well, hello everybody, here I am again. It must be Wednesday, that's the reason I'm here. I look forward to Wednesdays. I would have to be close to death to cancel our appointment on Wednesdays. I truly enjoy sharing my experiences, and I thank you for liking the videos. I thank you for the subscribers that subscribed last week. I thank you for sharing the videos, and I thank you for your comments. I am so happy to do this because I know that when we share our experiences, when we work together, there is so much more that we can do than when we just keep everything to ourselves. Not that we are perfect, but when we share, we can accomplish so much more. You know, today we were grading some essays or some narratives that the students wrote, and it was a group of teachers. We were having a good time doing that. At the same time, we were learning from each other, and we were coming up with ideas of how to teach our students more effectively in the future based on what we had done. But we could do that because we were working together. So working together really, not just for teachers, for any profession or even in families, you know, we can accomplish a lot. You know, I have to say that today was a very difficult day for me. The day started and a fight broke out in the hallway, so I had to separate these students, take them to the office. Some of them were very, very angry, saying things that I know they normally wouldn't say. Then at recess, some of my students got into a fight as well. And you know, these are students that I'm working with, you know, daily to try to get them to understand how much potential they have. And when something like this happens, you know, I am able to just let it go, but today it has lingered. I am thinking, you know, what can I do? What can I do better so that these things don't happen, or that they happen less and less and less? Well, the first thing I did was when I got back in the classroom, I had found an article, you know, quickly found an article about problem solving and conflict resolution. And, you know, we talked about how, you know, adults make mistakes and sometimes they cannot solve their problems, and children do it, but there are ways. And the first step is recognizing that we have a problem and that any problem can have a solution. So we were discussing that, and I have to say that I was upset today. I was upset. I yelled at my class. And you know, that's the point of the video today. That's the point of our discussion. I yelled at the whole class. I had my whole class put their heads down on their desks because I was angry. I was not so angry as I was bothered. I cannot believe. I just couldn't believe that they had done what they had done, you know? I took it personal, you know? I took it personal. And it wasn't personal. This was not an attack on me. It was just, you know, they were just trying to solve a problem, and they did not choose the most efficient and appropriate way to solve it, right? I mean, we do the same thing all the time. But the point of the video today, the point of this discussion, is that many times as teachers, we do have bad days. You know, we have bad days. We just cannot let those bad days color our experience as a teacher, you know? We have to celebrate our victories. We have to celebrate every time that we do something that comes out great, like a lesson that students understood. We have to celebrate every time that students do something awesome. We cannot just concentrate on this. If I concentrate on this, I'm going to have a bad day tomorrow again. And who knows, maybe Friday. I have to let that go, and I have to concentrate on what's good. But going back, you know, today I pretty much punished with my voice and having them put their heads down. I punished the whole class, when in fact it had only been 3 or 4 students that were not able to follow procedures. And I have to apologize tomorrow. I really do. Because, you know, why should those students that did the right thing, that use self-control, why should they pay? Why should they suffer from me when really it was only 3 or 4 students? So I know that we as teachers sometimes do that, right? But I usually make a point of not doing that, because I understand that all of those students, they're not the whole classroom. I don't have a bad classroom. I don't have any bad students, actually. I have a few students that made a bad decision. That has nothing to do with whether the student is good or bad. We all make bad decisions. And I need to get that through my head. I'm preaching to myself today. I am disappointed that I actually punished the whole class. I should have used better sense. I should have used more self-control and say, you know what, a few students did this, but not the whole class. And so I should have talked to the students separately, tried to come up with a solution, tried to come up with a consequence. And the rest of the class, they didn't need to hear any of that. But I just said, everybody, heads down, and I was yelling. Heads down. I am very annoyed right now. I am very bothered, and I cannot hear your voices. Yeah, that's what I did. Not best practices, but it happened today. And you know what? We will have bad days. We just have to make sure that we have very few of those, and that we reflect after, and that we understand, what can I do better next time? How can I react better? How can I take care of this problem better? I was not a great problem solver today either. My 3 kids that fought were not, but I wasn't either. I didn't solve the problem in the most effective way. So this is a mumbled up message because, I am still a little bit annoyed. But I guess if I had to summarize it, I would say, don't punish the whole class for something that someone else did. Also, let's try to find ways to solve the problems with the students that are more effective, not something that will, like put heads down or, right now I'm annoyed. No, it needs to be something more proactive. Maybe doing the article that I did, that was a much better way. But I didn't completely follow through with that article and all the things that I could have done with it. It could have been a much, much better learning opportunity, but I didn't make it that. And the last thing is, we're gonna have bad days, but we cannot let those bad days color our teaching experiences. We are great teachers, we have great kids, we do our best, we continue doing our best, we have to examine our practices, and we just move on. And tomorrow is gonna be a great day. And tomorrow, if I have some students that argue, I'm gonna find a better way to deal with that. And if I have some students that fight, I'm gonna find a better way to deal with that. Because I cannot let what happened today color tomorrow. So I hope that you have a great rest of the week. I hope that we can continue improving our teaching practices, our classroom management practices, and that we can have awesome classrooms. And you know what? If we need to apologize, apologize. Tomorrow, I need to apologize, and I will. And by the way, that's a great thing to do. Not all the time, because then it becomes a game. It becomes play. But when we need to apologize, we need to. So let's have a wonderful day. Let's have a wonderful rest of the week. And let's be good to ourselves, and let's be good to our students. Have a great day, and I will see you next Wednesday. Goodbye.